Good afternoon, my friends, and how's your day been? It's another opportunity that we have to talk, to share our minds together, and today is not going to be different. This is Let's Talk About It with King Emmanuel on the Incubator Media, and we're coming up with a discussion which very, very close to you, like the clothing material that you're putting on now. Today, I'm sharing the space with my friend, Mr. Adela Dinin, that we'll be discussing on this issue of friendship, which is a very popular word as ages. Friendship dated back to the beginning of human. Know that human beings are social animals. Social beings, if you're not comfortable with what animals, so which relationship is part and parcel of us. As a social being, we must interact, we must relate, and that's where the words friendship comes in. And we'll be looking at this as in a usual manner. We'll talk about what's a friend, the process of friendship, what it is. Who should be your friend? Because I believe it's not everybody that is fitted into your vision, your dream, and goal in life. So who should be your friend? Who should be allowed to walk around you? Who should not walk around you? Because there's some people that will kill your vision. There's some people that will kill your dream when you allow them around you. Because even like the Bible said that can two walk together except they be agreed? Not be somebody that you have the same mindset, the same passion, the same dream that should be allowed into your friendship space. And equally, scriptures mentioned to us as well that evil communication corrupt good manners. I think what the scriptures means there, that if you have a bad friends, the good manner you have, the good values you have, the good virtues you have, they will corrupt it. They will eventually destroy it. This is the reason why we're looking up to you today, that you will be able to listen to us and open up your mind. It's not time to be argumentative or time to be defensive. To me, it's time to learn and relearn, because there's no good time to do the right thing than now. If you find yourself at the end of our discussion that you're not doing the right thing, you have the opportunity to do that which is right. For some, it may be painful to let go. For some, it may not be easy to do. But I'm sure that if you are going to allow yourself to be, we'll be able to discuss what it is. So, this once again, welcome to the program. Let's talk about it, and we're starting now. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone, and I think I'm becoming too regular on this platform. I need a break. Thank you for having me once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You have what we needed, and we'll keep discussing about it. Perhaps someone is listening there, maybe that is heartbroken, or someone is psychologically down. I think this event is for you. It's not time to call it a quit. It's not time to kill yourself. It's not time to commit suicide. It's not time to take those P that you put down or thinking of sniper at this time. It's time you can start all over again, make your life better. Sir, you will agree with me, and I should start.
Well, like you said, in our previous discourse, we looked at peer pressure. If I were to define friendship, I'm very funny when it comes to definition. I don't look at definition in the general way people define things. I just look at what some certain people define, and it may look odd, but it brings a lot of meaning to me. For example, the best definition of failure I've ever seen, and I keep holding on to, is by John Maxwell, when he said, failure is an opportunity to begin again and to begin more intelligently. That speaks volume for me. Yeah. So if I'm talking about friendship or friend, the best definition I have for it, that's according to me, is by Henry Ford. And of course, I'm sure some of you know who Henry Ford is. So he said, my best friend is the one that brings out the best in me. My best friend is the one that brings out the best in me.
Wow.
And that definition is deep and loaded with meanings. So it shows that there is a possibility for you to have a friend that will not bring out the best in you, that will bring out the worst in you, that will make you not to be the kind of person you ought to be. That instead of you to be better off, you are worse off. And then the kind of friends to keep has a way of affecting you either positively or negatively, both now and also in the future. And there's this saying that you can only go far as the information that's available to you. That's the book you read, and also the company you keep. So friend is as important as life itself.
That's hap. Henry Ford cannot have divined it less, but someone that bring out the best in you, think is a way to go. Now, we need to look at it more deeply. What do we look out for in friends?
Okay. If we want to have friends, most times I ask young people, okay, who is your friend? Mention the name. Why is this person your friend? And most times you just find out, oh, we used to be seatmates. We sit together on the same seat in school, and then know how we got talking, and then we became friends. And sometimes I laugh when I hear stuff like that. So, what do you look out for in a friend? I'll tell you a few things that you look out for when you want to find a friend.
Okay.
Number one, your friend must be someone that shares the same goal with you. We call those people purpose partner. They share the same goal with you, meaning that you want to be here, you want to get to this level, they also want to get to the same level. Not that you want to go to the left, they want to go to the right. So they share the same goal with you. Then number two, they must give as much as they take. That is what is called friends with benefits. There are some friends that they are just there because of the benefit they are deriving from you. Once they don't get those things anymore,
Are no longer there.
they are no longer there. They are no longer there. It's like what some of you young people do. You just post some pictures of yourself on Facebook or
Instagram,
whatever social media, and then you are getting 3,000 likes, and in your mind you are popular. Oh, you have 3,000 friends. Yeah. And then put something that is not that looks a little bit different, that is maybe something more serious, and you'll be amazed. You may just get like 20 likes, and you are wondering, what happened to all those other people? They are fair weather friends. They are fair weather friends. Now, the friend must give as much as they take. They don't just take from you, they also give in return. Then number three, they must be honest and dependable.
Okay.
They must be honest
And dependable.
and dependable. You should be able to depend on them, that okay, this one, it got my back. Yeah. Then, number 4, your friend must bring balance to your own area of weakness. You must bring balance to your area of weakness. You must be able to complement your weakness, so that not that you have, not that your own weakness is also its own weakness, and then when the two of you now want to explode, there is no one that can. You are the aggressive type. It must be a calm person. You are the talker. He or she must be the listener. If the two of you are talkers at the same time, then who is going to do the listening? So you must bring balance in the area of your weakness. Then your friend must stress you. Your friend must encourage you. Your friend must motivate you. Must stretch, must encourage, must motivate you. I remember when I was in secondary school, and I've discussed it with King Emmanuel before. We talked about the time management matrix and the grammar's rule.
Yeah.
So whenever we finish, most times on Fridays, we normally have assignments, take home for the weekend. And I have this classmate, also a friend, a female, and when we go for fellowship and all that, she will insist that we do the assignment that Friday before we go. And I'll be like, hey, today's Friday, Saturday is there, Sunday is there, and all that. She will be like, 2 good eggs are better than one. So let's look at this thing together. So we will stay back. She will force me. We will stay back. We will solve the question. We will look at, okay, by the time we finish solving the question, I will apply this formula to solve mine. She will also apply another formula to solve ours. And then we'll finish the assignment. The funniest thing is this. By the time we are going home, we'll see our friends, our classmates, our colleagues on the field playing ball or watching ball. And we have spent time. That time that we could have been on the field for probably non-essential, non-important thing, we have used it to solve the assignments, and then we have the whole of Saturday, Sunday to ourselves
to do some
other useful things. So must stress you, must encourage you, must motivate you. Then your friend must stand by you in tough times. Not only when it is rosy. I read a book, I think it was by Bill Newman or something, when he was talking about 2 friends that went to battlefield, and then the battle was much and one of them got wounded. Then they were at the other side, and then their leader told them, oh, we are under siege now, everybody take cover, and nobody should go, nobody should leave, and things like that. Before you knew it, this other friend left that camp and went to meet his friend who had been wounded and things like that. And by the time he brought the friend back to the camp, of course he was dead. The friend was dead, but he too had been under heavy attack and things like that. So the commander was annoyed with him. I told you, I gave you a strict order, this and this and that and that. He told the commander, he said, when I got there and I met him in the state that he was in, one thing he said was this: I knew you will come. He told his friend, I knew.
That's the one that was injured.
The one that was injured on the floor, ready to die. He told the friend, he said, I knew you are not going to leave me like this. You will definitely come.
Wow.
So, friend must be able to stand by you in tough time, not when it's becoming, only when it is rosy, then they are there, then when it is tough, then they are not there. Then they must have a test for good knowledge. Look at the word, good knowledge, not bad knowledge. have a thirst for good knowledge. That must be the kind of friend that you must have as a young person. They'll be able to celebrate your successes, happy with you that you're doing fine, you're successful. It's not envious of you or wishing you bad and things like that. So you must be able to celebrate your success. Then, as a Christian, you must be able to share your belief. That you must be able to share your Christian faith. That's why the Bible says that can two walk together except they be agreed. No, it's not going to be possible. So if you have a desire to go this particular way, or you have this particular belief or this belief, your friend should also share the same belief with you. You know, they said in physics, we were told that like poles repel and unlike poles attract. But that's not applicable in friendship. In friendship, like poles attract, unlike poles repel. So, same of the same. And there is a popular saying, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. So, your friend must share the same belief with you. And then I've also said that it must bring balance in your area of weakness. So these are some of the things that you look for when you want to find a friend.
Wow, this is very good, and I think the course is becoming more clearer now. And like one of my mentors equally said that you can only attract who you are. You cannot attract who you want. So if you check the quality of friends around you, equally determine the quality of life that you are living, because you can't just do more than what you have around you. And that was why some of these discussions are important. And it says something very, very striking. Your friend must be the one that you were seeking for good knowledge together. You should underline that good knowledge together. That's what will guarantee good success. So if you have friends that all it does for you is to expose you to pornography, or just sit down and consume some content on just watching things that it doesn't help you. Someone said, one of my big mentors said, I said, movie dull brain. That people that sit down to watch a movie for a very long time, their brains, stay dull. So get something doing. Have a friend, be purposeful about it. He gave an illustration when he started that some just said, because it's my seatmate in the classroom, it becomes my friend automatically. He was saying, no, that shouldn't be. You must be able to pick friends on certain values, on certain goals. Like Aristotle said that there are some friends that are utility friends. Some friends are based on values, based on virtue, and why others are friends of circumstances. You must now watch people that you allowed into your strong room, because by the time you take in a wrong person, you will be sure that on your way down it's not too far. We talk sometimes about Samson, the kind of friends he was moving around with that time, equally see to his downfall, and he couldn't come back. Find someone who said he died and the enemies too died, but before then he lost his two eyes. What God has given to him to do, I will tell you, he didn't achieve it. He lost everything halfway, and you see the way it is. So be careful, because your friends too will equally determine your appetite. It's important. They determine your appetite in a great deal. And if you are up and you're trying to pull up somebody that is saying, don't worry, it's just my friend, I will change him. Your best friend is the guy is in Okot, and he told you, even though I'm no longer with them there, but I cannot just said I vow totally to leave them, they might kill me, and you can understand that one with them. I think I'm afraid. You too might end up in a wrong path. Your friend is the one that collects money from here and there to buy the new clothes, to buy the new wristwatch, and he's the one that is influencing you. You might eventually go on that particular way. He said, the wisest king that ever lived at a time in Israel. He said, my son, when sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Most of the girls today that ended up in a ritual are because of money, are because of wares, are because of wristwatches, new designer, all this and that. But remember that at the end of it, they lose their soul and the life cannot be gotten. My sincere prayer is that God will grant you understanding as we continue now. What are the friends to avoid so that you don't go down the path of destruction?
All right. Thank you. Before I go to friend to avoid, I want to give an illustration from the Bible. 2 Samuel chapter 13 from verse 1 to 17. If you can read, this was the story of Amnon and his friend Jonadab. Amnon had a crush on his sister, on his own half-sister. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to go about it. And he consulted his friend. Oh, this is my challenge and all that. That friend devised some devilish means for him to actualize his goal. He did. He ended up raping his sister, half-sister, and then that happened. Then Absalom, the other brother to Amnon, got to know about the story, what happened, and Absalom kept that in his heart for 2 years. We've talked about this before, repressed anger. And then 2 years after, he took revenge on Amnon and killed him.
Because of his sister.
Because of what happened. Now, this is where I'm going to. When their father, David, heard that Amnon died, he had no idea. He was wondering what happened. Why was he killed? And all that. It was this same friend that advised Amnon that went to meet David and said, oh, I know the reason. This is what happened. He did this, he did this, he did that. And Absalom had planned in his heart that he was going to kill him. So meaning that this other guy knew that Absalom wanted to kill Amnon. And he never at any point told Amnon that this is what Absalom is planning against you. And he was the instigator of the whole thing from the onset. So lives have been ruined, destinies have been destroyed, careers have been truncated simply because of friends that people kill, especially young people. What are the friends to avoid? Number one, there are certain people, I call them dream killers, future alters, that's alt, H-A-L-T, that's to put a stop, and then destiny destroyers. Dream killers. You have a fantastic dream, and then you share it with these people, and hey, you are so happy, excited to share a dream. Hey, you know what? I want to be a medical doctor. I want to have my own hospital. I want to do this. I want to do that, and all that. And one word alone, they will say, and that dream of yours will look like as if you are a fool. They may just say, you, hospital, God forbid, I would rather die to patronize your hospital. Or I would rather go to go and see Alagbo instead of me patronizing your own hospital. You will have hospital. Do you know how many dead people are going to be there? And before you know it, that dream you had, they just kill it. They just kill it. Future altars you have a beautiful future ahead of you, and all of a sudden they just put a stumbling block on that future, and that future just get to a halt that you find it difficult to move on or to move backward. Then destiny destroyers, of course, beautiful, glorious destiny of a lot of young people are being destroyed. Then number two, friends that belittle you always. They always look down on you. They don't see anything good in you. They make you feel so worthless, so useless, and now you have a very, very ridiculously low self-esteem about yourself. They just look down on you. Who? You? No way. You cannot. Hey, I want to be the best student in my school. You, where, how, with which brain, who dash you? I want to be this. Who get well?
Achieve that in your family.
Then they ask for once of parent to niwo. If they not your Jew, they are asking for animals with horn. Snail is also coming out. You are this and that. They belittle you. Then negative-minded people. Negative-minded people are people that always see the worst in everything. They don't have the eyes to see anything positive. They are very, very negative to themselves. They are very negative. They have this hostile mind. They don't see if the sun is out very early. They say, "Oh no, the sun is going to burn my skin. Today is going to be a terrible day because the sun came out very early. If it rains, oh no, I'm going to be wet. Everywhere is going to be mochi and all that." And so they always see negative in everything. In everything. You cook a meal, you set it for them. They came to visit you at home, you cook a meal, you set it for them. You say, this food that I'm looking at, I'm not sure this one is going to be sweet. Or I'm not even, who cook it? Oh, I'm the one. Oh, you are the one. Hey. I think I'm going to buy this thing because I'm going to purge because this thing and all that. And maybe when they took the food, they didn't know that you were the one that prepared the meal. After eating the food, they may have been saying, "Oh, okay, nice food." The minute they just, okay, wait a minute, who prepared this food? Oh, well, I'm the one that made it. Oh, no wonder my belly was giving me sign that this negative-minded people. Then number 4, a friend that doesn't want you to be saved. They don't want you to be saved. The last time we talked about peer pressure, we said youths tend to take risks more when they are in a group. I've said this story before in some forum, and I will also share it on this platform. There was a particular youth setting program, and a minister was ministering, and it was the last day of the program and all that. And he asked the student to, you want to make your way right with Christ, you want to give your life to Jesus, come out. A particular boy wanted to come out, and the girl said, "No, you can't leave me now. How can you go out?" Blah, 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 like that. The minister kept asking, and every time the boy made an effort to go out, the lady will pull him back. What do you mean? This one, that one? No, you cannot. You are my this and that.
I have a lot to do.
To cut the long story short, after the program, they were going home. They crossed the road. The vehicle knocked down the guy, and he died instantly. Guess what happened? The girl ran back to the program. Said he wanted to see the organizer and said, "I'm ready to give my life to Christ."
Oh my God!
And what happened? And then she narrated the story. So there are some friends like that. You hear messages, they say, "Okay, make your way right with God," and they just tell you, wait a minute. You mean you want to become Abba?
Just like that.
Madolwa now.
Just like that.
Then direpwa, and you're directing us.
Just like
and
that.
all that, and before you know it, you find it difficult to say no to them, and boom, you stay put. Then there are some friends that are like the praise singers. They tell you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. Someone came to me some times ago and said, I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend and all that. And I said, okay, why do you want to be my friend? Told me. Like I said, ask questions. 101 questions based on last discussion. And then I said, wait a minute. Can you look me in the eye and tell me the truth if I am wrong on anything? And he said, well, actually, you are Oga now. You are Oga, and all that and that. And I said, you know what? You can't be my friend. You cannot be my friend. Because you can't look me in the... Because I'm going to look you in the eyes and tell you where you're wrong. And I expect you to also look me in the eye to tell me, hey, bros, this, and this area, and that area. So you have people who are praise singers. They will only tell you, they will only praise you because of what they are getting from you. They can't tell, even though they see that you are going into a pit, they can't look you in the eyes to tell you, hey, friend, this is wrong. This is not, this is dangerous, and things like that. So you need to be careful of those kind of friends. Then there are some friends that are empty promise makers. They can promise you 1 million.
We've come to the end of the section today. I hope you've been able to see one or two things you need to improve. Possibly you pick up things that you need to change from, part of your attitude that you need to improve. Until I come your way next time on this same radio station, I am King Emmanuel, and I'm saying goodbye. If you have questions, we can be reached on all our social media at the Incubator Media. And you can listen again to this episode by clicking on the www.theincubatormedia.com. You will see it there. And you need someone to talk to, or you need a counseling. Our phone numbers are there, 08092374502. And you can equally get across to us too. You can get me on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn at the King Emmanuel Folorunsho Show. I will be happy to be of help to you. Till we see next time, goodbye. God bless you.